Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Jenny Wren from Crafty Crafters. I would like to welcome all you guys back to my channel. I'd like to thank all the newcomers that have subscribed to my channel over the last few days or few weeks. I thank you for doing that. You are most welcome. All my old subscribers, welcome. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you're new to my channel and just popping in to see what's going on, welcome to you guys too. Don't forget to press the subscribe button and ring that bell. I really appreciate it. I will tell you guys, what you see is what you get. I do not have a program to edit my videos. I have a very old camera. Sometimes it acts up, but I'm sorry, I apologize for that. Eventually, when I can, I'll afford it, I'll buy a new camera. But I enjoy doing this, and it's a good way of me dealing with my health by doing my videos and that sort of stuff. I know I'd got out of it for quite a while, but I'm sort of trying to get myself back into it because I need that therapy. So today I'm going to do a little pair of earrings. I did this in a group this morning. One earring is quite wet. I dropped it in a bowl of water. And why I had the water was there is that I was using a hot glue gun and I needed to wet my fingers before gluing, using my hot glue gun, because it was so hot, and that sort of cools it down a bit. So one's a bit wet, but hey, the paper beads held up to it. It was, thought, okay, that was pretty cool. So these are the earrings I've got with my paper beads. I made some little tassels, and I did some roses around, all the way around, so they got roses all the way around the earring, like that. Only thing is I didn't like about it, they sort of look a bit out of balance because the bead is too small than the tassel. So I thought I'm going to come on and do another pair of earrings, but I'm not going to add the ribbon roses, because I think that sort of made it a little bit big. I just had to hang them up a bit because one's pretty wet. So I've pre-made one, and I think that will tone in pretty good. Like, it sort of evens it out. It's not sort of out of place. So what you will need is your pliers. If you got the main basic pliers, that's all you really need to do jewelry. You don't need all the other leery bits and pieces. I have them, but I'm just going to use my basic ones because I had done silversmith some years ago, so I've got a lot of tools back because I'm a silversmither. So I've got my flat nose pliers, and I've got the pointy flat nose pliers, I think that's what they call them. And then I've got my round nose, which you use for making those little circles, and you can do your jump ring on that. And my flush cutters, because they're really flush along there. And if you do have a little bit of a lip on your wire when you're cutting, because I have a file, everything's hit the floor. This is from my silversmithing days. So I'm lucky I have my quite a large different sizes of jewelry files, but you can use, which I keep mainly falling back, is using a plain old emery board or a nail file. So they're really good. I've got my paper beads, as you can see. They're purple and yellow. So, and I'll need my glue. I've got some little head pins here and my earring pieces there. If you've got any old chain laying around, like necklaces you don't want, all chain are made up of jump rings. All the little links are jump rings. So what I do, oh, a piece of cardboard, sorry, I'm jumping the gun there. I just open up, because you just look around till you find the opening. Sometimes you'll find them on the side, but these ones here are on the top part of the ring. So I'm just going to open it up, and then I'm taking it off. So that's just a jump ring. And then I'll open another one up. So I've got two. So there, I've got two there, so I'll put those there. Because I've pre-made one, I'll only do one more, but that's how I use my jump rings. You can get chains in all different sizes. This chain here I had bought, so I've just pulled it apart for that simple reason. I wanted some oval rings, and I don't have a tool to make my oval. You can make them round and then shape them, but I seem to squash them. I go too hard and squash them. So what I'm going to do is get my what you call it, my floss, or my embroidery thread. If I go out of alignment, I'm so sorry. I do apologise for that. As I said, I don't have a program to edit my videos. So that's 2. I'm going to go around it 15 times. That's 2. 15. So I'm just going to cut that off. Why I put a length of thread inside is just to hold it so I can wind it around. So now I'm just going to cut a long thread off. And first I'll put my ring through. I'm just going to go through the center. I have my cardboard where it's folded, and it's just a piece off a bead packet that I use. So I keep my packets, and I use those for that simple reason. So I'm just sticking my scissors in there so I can separate, and make sure I got that other loop at the back so I can get my jump ring in and out and around. So I'm just sliding, as you can see, hang on, can't see, just sliding it in between my 2 cardboards pieces, and then I'll pop it through like that, bring it up, whoops a days, and then I will join my jump ring up, whoops a days, oh, dropped it all. I don't want to take my remove my cotton as yet, because otherwise I'll lose the whole concept of the shape. So I'm just pushing it in to make it touch, and you can feel it when it touches, because it grinds, so you can sort of know that it's closed. So I'm going to take that off now. Just slide it off if I can. Okay. And there is part of my tassel. So then I've got my thread cut. I'm going to leave a long tail so I know what I'm wrapping. So I'm just going to go up, make a loop up like that. Then I'm going to pinch it all in together, and then I'm going to wrap it around. So it's up to you how many times you want to go around, but just make sure you keep your tassels tight and pull down where they're not sticking up at all, where mine just was. So I'll start over again with my loop there, pinching it in there, and then I'll start wrapping it around quite tight, because you don't want it to come undone. Then I'll come back up through that little loop with my thread like that, pull it like that. Then I'll pull this long tail down somewhat, and I'm just going to put a bit of glue in there so that when I pull it down, it'll pull the glue in with, and it will tighten, and of course it'll seal it and hold it all. So that is your tassel. So I'm just going to cut my tail off there up the top, because I don't want that one sitting there. I'll cut it off flush, and the other one I'll just leave it hang down, because I'll cut it to the same size as the other. So I'm just going to cut them through all at once if I can. I think I've got them all. And then I'm just going to trim them all off where they're the same length. That one's not cut through. I'm just going to trim them off with either. And my scissors are not the best at the moment. I've got to invest in new scissors. Same with a new video. What do you call it? New camera. I'm just making sure they're all the same length. Very much so. So there's our tassels made. I'm not going to add the little roses on that. I think it sort of brings it out of balance. So I was looking for the shape. Oh gosh, I didn't turn that one around. Can I turn it now? I forgot to turn my opening to the bottom, because that way it holds in. If I can get it all level there, if I can twist it around and take it to the bottom. Yes, there we go. Because that way it's sort of just solid up the top, and there's no chance of it coming apart. So I've got my hat pin, the head pin I mean to say. I'm just going to cut that little tiny piece off there, holding it so it doesn't fly, because I made a mistake of that at one stage quite a few years ago. I got myself in the eye. So, but now I've got glasses. But if you've got safety glasses, please wear them. I've just got my round nose pliers now, and I'm just going to work it around to make a little loop like so, and then I'll bring it back and bring it around again. So it's a really nice nice loop, as you can see there. So I'll straighten it up to make sure it's all straight. Yep. Then I'll put my bead on. Then I'm just got my finger, and I'm just bending it where it looks like that. Okay. Once again, I get my round nose pliers, and I don't want the top to go really big, because I need a bigger hole there because these are flat, and I think they'll be a couple of millimeters wide, so I need a wider loop on the bottom. So I'm not going to make this one really big, so I'm just going to bend it over, take it in around, and then bring it, and I'll cut it off. Flush, hopefully. I've got to buy new flush cutters. Mine are sort of really wearing out. So I just trimmed that off. Then I'm going to close up my opening. I'm going to keep my shape. Just work it till I'm happy. Now I'll see if I have got it level. So I'll use my flat nose pliers and I'll put them in, and then I'll twist it to get them level so that they're all facing the one way. So I'll do another one. Whoops. Once again, I'm going to hold my finger over it. And I'm going to get my round nose pliers and work it around. Just keep working it around. Take it back. Not as quite as nice as round as the other one, but that's okay. So I'll put my bead on. Get one around the same size. Have to go that one. That one. There's more yellow to that one, but that's okay. It's all from the same paper. So then once again, I get my nail and I bend it over where it looks like that. Then I bring it up and around underneath, and then try and get that one's quite nice. I'm happy with it. I'll cut it off to bring that up a bit. Definitely got to get some new flush cutters. The tips of these have gone blunt. Just gone flat on me, so straighten it up. Try and get my shape back in. Now, put my flat nose pliers and make sure they're even. They're not twisted like they're twisted there. I just wriggle them around until I've got them perfectly straight and I'm happy with. Okay, so now we're going to add the biggest loop to the bottom. So I'm going to open that one up so I can slide my tassel on, and same with the other one. And I'm just bringing it towards me. I'm not sort of pulling it out. I'm keeping my shape of my wire. So then I'll take it and move it back twisting it back into the same place. So there we've got our 2 tassels, and I think that's a lot better than the others. Now I'll get my ear wires. I'll open, oops-a-days, twist them, put my bead, my tassel on, move it back, and I'll do the other one. Same way. Oops. Now twist it back. So you can either do off your bead or whatever, or you can do the twisting of your earring hook. So now we've got our beaded tassel earrings. So I do think they look a lot nicer than the bigger ones. The big ones look a little bit out of proportion, but everyone to their own liking. But I do like these ones better. They're quite cute. So there we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. Please go and subscribe to my channel, press that bell, press the like button, and please leave a message. I really like to see what you ladies have to say, or it could be guys, it doesn't really matter with male or female. Stay safe, have a lovely weekend, and God bless. Bye.